Alright guys, welcome back to SHIB Planet everyone. This is Ace. Alright guys, today the overall market has bounced back and the overall global crypto market is up about 4% over the past 24 hours, and even Shiba Inu has been showing some signs of recovery and it managed to bounce back as high as the 40,000 unit mark today. Anyway, today I want to show you guys some really interesting on-chain analytics regarding Shiba Inu, and I think these are going to give you some additional insight into what people are really feeling about Shiba Inu and in this current climate. Now basically on-chain analytics are basically snapshots of user behavior on the blockchain, and I find that this style of analysis, it really complements any sort of trading style, and it's a really good indicator into what people are really doing as opposed to just reading news or charts or just watching charts. And before I go on, I'll preface with this: I'm not a financial advisor and this video is not financial advice. These videos are for information and entertainment purposes only. Alright guys, let's jump right in. I'll start by giving you guys a quick summary and then I'll dive deeper into some of these insights. Now basically at the moment, did you guys know that 60% of all Shiba Inu holders are currently in profit and 33% of holders are in a loss position at the current price point of 39,000 units? Now, the overall market sentiment, according to the blockchain, is teetering between neutral and bullish. As you can see right now, it's just switched to bullish, and this is just like an average indicator of all the on-chain metrics. It's showing that at the moment it's showing that it's pretty bullish at the moment. Now, this indicator is kind of like the fear and greed index, but it's geared specifically for Shiba Inu. Now, you could probably use this to be able to gauge when to take profits or when to accumulate. Basically, taking profits or holding can happen during the green times, and or the opposite. If you're feeling, if the sentiment is bullish, this is probably when you can accumulate or to buy the dip and stuff. Now, basically, this is actually quite sensitive and it changes quite frequently. And interestingly, another overall analytic is that most transactions, they happen in the West compared to the East, with the West holding about 53% of the transaction volume versus 47% in the East. All right, let's dive in. Now let's talk about profitability. Now at the moment, as I said before, about 60% of SHIB holders are currently in profit, and most people bought when the price was actually still below 15,000 units, and they likely only increased their position slightly after that. Now, as the price went above about 20,000 units, there began to be less addresses, but then there were larger whale purchases, which contributed to the price increase. Now, interestingly, there were many people who bought at the very top. This represented by this large red circle over here, and that price point was about 60 plus, thousand units, and they're the ones who've lost probably almost half of their value. If they still are holding. Now, if I scroll down over here, and then if I zoom out, this data here, it actually shows me people who bought quite heavily between the 40,000 and 40, between about 42 and about 45. There was actually quite a lot of buying around there, which is comparable to some of the green points. So basically what this tells me is that there's by the time SHIB gets to around these price points, there's going to be a strong resistance point for SHIB, and we might not get out of it unless there's actually a major catalyst like maybe Robinhood or successful Shibarium or ShibaSwap 2.0 launch. Now, I anticipate that if we reach this resistance point of about 42 and 45,000 point, and the sentiment for SHIB, if it's still bearish, we actually might see some sell-offs happen when people begin to exit their positions. Yep, and I'll just carry on there. So we'll just jump on here to the concentration. Now this section, what it does, it looks at what it calls whales and investors. And basically a whale in this analytic is any wallet which holds 1% of SHIB supply or more, and an investor in this metric is anyone who holds anywhere between 0.1 and up to 1% of SHIB. Now, interestingly, the data here, it shows that amongst the most active wallets, amongst the whale addresses, it's actually the Burn wallet is one of them, and I didn't expect that. Now, let me see if I can just zoom this a little bit more. I actually didn't expect that. The burn address, as you guys know, it's the one which holds 41% of the SHIB supply. And this shows me that there's actually probably regular community burns which are taking place, such as Shiboshi burns, and also just any other community burns. But the transaction amounts are really, really small. Now, dark green in this chart here, it pretty much means an active address, and light green means inactive. And if and most of these inactive addresses here, which you see with 1%, 1%, 1%, they actually belong to the mega SHIB whale who split his 70 trillion SHIB holdings into about 5 or 6 equal amounts. And if I scroll down on this chart here, it actually shows me that retail investors, they make up about 22% of the SHIB holdings. But I would say that this is actually inaccurate because this data it still counts the burn wallet. So I would say it's more realistic to say that retail investors are up to about 40% of this over here, and that's what I would say. So let's just quickly jump to holder growth. Now the chart over here, it shows that pretty much that the biggest spikes in the holder count, they happened in the month of May, which is around about here, and also at the end of October, and this correlates with the price increase. However, Shiba Inu has been steadily climbing ever since, with the slowest periods being between July and August. And then I like to call this chart here the diamond handers chart. I'll just scroll down a little bit. Now, basically, red on this chart means anyone who's held Shiba Inu for anywhere between 1 and 12 months, and orange pretty much means anyone who's held for less than a month. Now, interestingly, 75% of addresses are red and have held for up to 12 months already. Now, this doesn't mean that they haven't sold anything. It just means they still have some SHIB in some of their wallets. And the yellow bars, they are typical of traders who regularly take profits or they sell off completely when they reach their goal. And finally, I'll just jump over here. This one is the East versus West chart. Basically, this blue means East and green means West. And I filtered it to show that throughout the lifetime of Shiba Inu, there are actually slightly more transactions in the West than in the East. And interestingly, most of these transactions happen on a Tuesday and a Wednesday on average. And the day with the lowest transactions is actually on a Saturday. If you find that interesting. So for you traders, I'd say that if you're bullish, you can actually put higher limit sells on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and the opposite if you're bearish. And that's about it for today's on-chain analysis, guys. Now, personally, my sentiment for SHIB is actually quite neutral at the moment, neutral towards bullish, and this is because I'm very conscious of what has brought this bearish sentiment in the overall market at the moment. And that's initially it's the unclear wording of how crypto is going to be treated in the US infrastructure bill, and also how the market has been withdrawing both in stocks and crypto due to the new virus strain which has been on the news lately. And basically, when there are no clear outcome, when no clear outcome exists, it puts like a soft cap or and some bearish momentum on things. And at the moment, Bitcoin at this stage, it's going to close less than 60K November, and this is in contrast to the Bitcoin bulls who were expecting $93,000 price. And it'll mean that I'll have to redo some of my simulations, actually all of my simulations, to factor all this in. But for the moment, I'm still very impressed that Shiba Inu is still holding its position in the top 20, currently number 12, and there are many internal catalysts which are still coming up, which are going to be crucial, such as Shibarium, the layer 2 blockchain, ShibaSwap 2.0, and also the Doggy DAO. And personally, I'm holding SHIB for the long term, several years at least, and I feel that I do this because I feel that SHIB is building very relevant utility, and also I feel that SHIB is actually a lot more flexible than other cryptos because we literally build utility based on where the market is going, and this is likely to keep Shiba Inu relevant for years to come. And thank you very much for watching, everyone. Anything else I'd probably add is that over the next couple of months, I do anticipate that we should start seeing a bit more action in Bone Token. This is because if Shibarium comes out and also the Doggy DAO, The bone token is quite integral to that, according to what I've read. Anyway, before I log off, guys, Minted Crypto USA is having a Black Friday sale, and if you guys are interested in actually owning your own physical, realistic, high-quality collectible coin of your favorite crypto, whether it's SHIB or Doge or Bitcoin, you can just head over to their website. I've personally ordered the red one, and I'm still waiting on my on the gold one, which I haven't ordered yet. And I think their shipping speeds are now a lot faster too, from what I hear. And they ship as fast as 2 days if you're in the US. And they're having a limited time Black Friday sale, which I think has been extended. And if you guys use this coupon Black Friday, you'll be able to get 20% off your entire purchase. And I will leave my affiliate link in the description below. That's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, this is Ace. Peace.